Guys, so last week I did not post my vlog or my Bookopoly. I don't really have a lot of content for vlogs because I'm at work all week, so I don't get to vlog at work and things like that. So I think I'm going to stop doing those and incorporate them into my Bookopoly videos if I do have anything. Like when I go to Yahoo Fest, I can incorporate that video content into my Bookopoly for a wrap up kind of thing. But basically last week I read 7 books, I think, maybe more. I'll go check and then I'll come back and let you know exactly what I read. But my plan is to wrap up what I've read every week and then post what I'm going to read the following week and keep up with that. And then, like I said, incorporate my book signings and things like that I go to. And then when I start doing my book club, if they're okay with me filming, I might introduce you to them. I don't know really, but I'll go grab the books and I'll be right back. Okay, so I didn't grab the books because I got rid of the ones I didn't like, and the other ones are buried in my office somewhere. So I have my list right here, and I'm going to read that. So on Monday, I read Saturday Night Ghost Club. Wasn't a fan. It was kind of boring. Wasn't what I was expecting, and not in a good way. It was just kind of blah for me. I also read The Outsiders, which is that classic book by S.E. Hinton. It's not that I wasn't a fan, it wasn't what I was in the mood for, so it only got 3 stars from me. Maybe I'll reread it in the future, but for right now I'm unhauling it. I made a little progress with Order of the Phoenix, because I am rereading all the Harry Potter books, and I got, the audiobook is broken up into 3 parts, so I got through a part and a half, so I guess I'm, maybe 45% done, if that. I don't think I'm that far, but yeah. And then I listened to the audiobook for Sharp Objects. I did not like that book. I thought they were trying too hard to be edgy or just really messed up situations. And I feel like it was too messed up and it wasn't realistic enough to where yeah, this stuff happens, but not literally everything that could happen happened to this person. So it was weird, but I did not like that one, which I love Dark Places. So that really made me sad. And then I read You'd Be Mine because I needed a Y for my A to Z challenge. I still need my V and my Z, which I found 2 books for. I'm going to read Zenith and I'm going to read Vicious. But I'm going to incorporate them into future TBRs for the rest of the year. So I can kind of spread it out a little bit. But as they come up in my Bookopoly, I'll incorporate them. So I read You'd Be Mine. I really did like that one. It was super cute. It was kind of cringy at points, but I thought it was cute at other points. So I think I gave it a 3 or a 4. And then I read Kingdom, which I absolutely loved. The Kingdom, sorry. And it was so good. The concept was so cool. It was a Disney, but 1984 kind of Disney, I guess you could say, where they keep an eye on the Disney princesses and they're actually robots, and it was really cool. And I love the ending and how complex the story was. So that got a 4 for me. The only reason I didn't get a 5 is because I did drift a little bit when I was reading it. It didn't keep my attention as well as it could have. And then Saturday, I read I'm Not Dying With You Tonight, which is the Barnes & Noble book of the month for September, which I'm going to the discussion for next Tuesday or Thursday. I don't remember which one's which. One's the adult, one's the YA. But I think the YA is Thursday at 7. So I'm going to discuss that. It was really good. It wasn't the Hate U Give level good, but it was super interesting. And I feel like it was a story that hasn't been told yet, from a perspective that hasn't been told yet. So that was really fresh and entertaining. And it wasn't as dramatic as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, it was an intense story, but it wasn't as over the top, Days of Our Lives kind of dramatic, which I really appreciated from the authors. And then I read my favorite book, probably of the year, at least so far that I can remember. I've read a lot of books I've loved. I've had a lot of 5 stars, a lot of rereads that I loved, but for some reason this book stood out to me, and it was actually a graphic novel. It's Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks, and it was so freaking cute. It just gave me all the fall vibes. I wish I had waited one more day to read it. That way I could have said I read it on September 1st. I might actually go reread it right now. I have no idea, but it was so cute. It's about this guy and girl who work at a pumpkin patch, and it's a whole theme park of fall vibes basically. And so he's trying to win over this girl and she's trying to help him, and it's about them discovering more about their friendship. It was so cute. I'm gonna reread it every fall because it gave me all the feels. So I loved it. And then I also had an arc of Mooncakes, which I can't remember who the author is, but I didn't really care for it. It was cute and it was different, and it definitely had representation in it for different things, but it felt like it was rushed. Like, it could have spread out a lot of the story. Like, you meet them, they're friends who've known each other for a while, they get back together, like, they meet up again, and they end up, I'm not spoiling anything really, but they end up as a couple again, which you can find out just from reading this letter from the authors, but because it's kind of their story. But it just felt kind of insta-lovey. Like, I know they knew each other before, but it felt like, I don't know, I don't know how to explain it, but I didn't really care for it. It was a cool concept, and there was a lot of really cool supernatural stuff in it, but it felt rushed. Like, the whole thing, the story, the love interests, the bad guy, like, was obvious. It was just, I don't know. It could have been better, but I did like it. So I think I gave it like a 2 or 3. So yeah, but that is everything that I read last week. And those were all for 7 of them were for Bookopoly prompts. And I'm trying to remember which ones they were. Kingdom was for a sci-fi. Pumpkinheads was for nothing. I just wanted to read it. I'm Not Dying With You Tonight was audiobook prompt. Mooncakes was an ebook prompt. You to Be Mine was a contemporary prompt. Sharp Object was for thriller. The Outsiders was for classic. And Saturday Night Ghost Club was for horror. So those were my picks for my Bookopoly. I'm sorry I didn't upload it. It's been crazy. I was sick. It was just a bad week. But, yeah, so that's what I read. And keep watching to see what I am going to read this week. I'm very excited for, so enjoy. Alright, so we're back for another week. I'm sorry I missed last week. I completely forgot to upload it, but I filmed it. But I will have my wrap-up, obviously, before this to show you what I read last week. But we're going to go ahead and roll. It is Sunday night, and we're going to roll for Monday through Sunday of the first week in September. So we left off on contemporary romance right here next to ebook. So we're going to go ahead and roll. 3. Thriller. Roll number 2. 5. Sci-fi. Roll number 3. 1. Chance card. I'm Not Dying Without You Tonight, which I actually read this week, so we're going to draw again. Caraval. Okay. Roll number 4. That's not the dice. That is a 9. Fantasy. Okay, roll number 6. 11. Community shelf. Standalone. And our last roll for the week, roll number 2. No, roll number 7. I don't know what I'm talking about. 9. Contemporary romance. Okay, so I can't count, and I actually did 6 rolls, not 7. So picking up where we left off, last roll. Nope, it's rolling away. 11. Chance. Alright, let me grab my stack of chance cards here. These are all community shelf. Okay, got my chance cards. I'm just gonna shuffle them up a little bit. It's hard to do with the camera. Alright, so well met. We'll see if I can actually get that accomplished this week. Alrighty, that was my last roll. Alrighty, guys, so for my contemporary, I chose Hello Girls by Brittany I can't talk. By Brittany and Emily, we'll just say that. I get to meet both of them at Yahoo Fest this year, so I'm looking forward to reading that. I'm sorry, my dog's making noise. She doesn't like that the cat is by her. Okay, for my standalone, I'm reading Sky in the Deep, which was gifted to me by Mandy, so thank you, Mandy. I'm going to read it as soon as possible. For my sci-fi, I'm going to attempt to read The Chosen by Taran Matharu. I'm bad at names, I apologize. But they don't have an audiobook, so it's going to be difficult for me to get through this, but I'm going to definitely try. I'm really interested in reading it, and I got it at the Barnes & Noble sale, and it is an exclusive edition. So I'm going to try to read it on my lunch breaks and my 15-minute breaks and things like that, just to get it accomplished throughout the week. I also have tomorrow off because it's Monday, Labor Day, and so if I don't do anything, I can get through this probably. And then for my 2 chance cards, I drew Caraval by Stephanie Garber and Well Met by Jenna DeLuca, which comes out Tuesday on audiobook. And then for my thriller, I'm going to read Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. And then for my fantasy, I'm going to read the sequel of City of Ghosts, which is Tunnel of Bones. And that is by Stella, stop. That is by Victoria Schwab. And so yeah, those are my 7 books, which I finally got to 7, so yeah. And that's what I plan on reading. I am going into a little bit more of a workload at work, so I don't know that I'm going to get to all of them, especially The Chosen, since there isn't an audiobook, but I'm going to do my best to read them all for the week. If not, I might carry them over and then make it a 2-week thing. I don't know yet. I'll keep you posted. But yeah, also next week, not this coming week for this vlog, but the next one, I'll be going to the Barnes & Noble book clubs, so I'll have to read the books that are coming up for that, which I read the ones for the meetings this month, but I have to read next month's, so yeah. Alright, so now that you've seen what I'm reading, let me know in the comments what you're reading. I'm excited to see what you guys have in store. I know Mandy started her own Bookopoly board. Did you finish it? You never told me. So let me know in the comments, you know, if you finished it, if you've rolling your dice and picked your books. So I'm curious. Also, if anybody else has a vlog, can't talk, doing Bookopoly videos, let me know, because I think they're super fun. I also really like the Wheel of TBR videos, so if you have any recommendations for booktubers that do those other than Becca and the books, and I am blanking right now. The main person that does Wheel of TBR, I am blanking so hard. Cody's Book Corner. I got it. Okay. So if you have anybody besides those, let me know. I'd love to watch their videos. So yeah, take care and have a great week. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.